Stop signing contracts with agents that aren't in a position to run your business properly. Stop just signing over your rights to mom and dad because they're mom and dad. Just hiring an agent or signing an agent to work for you, but treating them as if you work for them is not how business works. This is the business of athletes. If you don't understand how the money moves, you don't understand the game. So I often get asked questions from athletes, from parents, from family members, even friends. They always say, do you need an agent? And my answer is always, it just depends, right? Because an agent's job varies based on how you set up your business. And what I want to highlight today is an agent is not the CEO of your business as an athlete. You're the CEO. And what do I mean by that? In the sports world, the athlete is usually looked at as the product, right? People are shopping the athlete around. That's fine. But as an athlete, you have a business. You're the CEO, you're the owner, you're the founder, you're the leader of the organization. Your agent works for you. You don't work for your agent. And I've seen this across, many deals and many negotiations where an athlete will simply say, refer this to my agent. Let my agent handle it. Let my agent look this over. Good workflow, but are you letting them make the decisions, right? Or are you letting them know what your decision is? What are you looking to accomplish? What do you want to achieve? Because if you're not setting the stage and you're just saying, well, I signed with an agent and they're going to handle all my affairs, you just became an employee of a system that you're supposed to own, and you handed over the keys to someone who's supposed to be working for you. And I'm not here to say whether hiring an agent or working with an agent is right or wrong. I'm literally here to give you the picture of how your business should flow. Because here's the real org chart. And in business, there's an org chart, right? There's a CEO, there's the owner, there's the founder, the person who's up top, right? Then you have the people who work for the company. You're the company. As an athlete, as a business owner, you are the company. So you have yourself, CEO, top of the food chain, the one who make the decisions. Then you have your agent. In business, the agent would technically be like your person who does sales, right? If that's their skill set. And this is another thing too. You have to know what skill set this agent actually has to place them within your org chart. So let's say this agent is really good in getting you deals. This person would be in your sales department. They are shopping your name, your image, your likeness, your brand, your company, your services, your offerings. They're selling that to the market. They're selling your athletic ability to a team. That's their role, to sell. They're selling for your company. They're not making decisions. Nowhere in the org chart does the sales role dictate the company. So if you're the CEO, the agent is your sales department, right? Where does that leave mom, dad, uncle, cousin, whoever, right? Depends on their skill set. Depends on your business. Depends on what you want to offer. And this is why I always say it depends, right? So you got your agent, who's your sales. You have mom. Maybe mom is really good at bookkeeping. Maybe mom is really, really good at looking at the books and making sure that the finances map and make sure that everyone has gotten paid on time, making sure that everyone is paying you on time, right? That can be mom's job, to keep the books. Mom's job is not to negotiate your deal. She don't have that skill set. Mom has never negotiated a deal in her life. Her job is bookkeeping. Mom has always been good at keeping books. Let that be mom's job. Your agent is doing sales. Mom is doing books. Okay, so what do your friend does? What does your friend do, right? Can your friend be your agent? I mean, your friend could be your manager. Your friend can be the person who's making sure that, you know, when it's time to travel for your visits, there's a person who makes sure that when you guys show up to an engagement, your person that makes sure that when the company wants you to come and do these many shoots and the podcast and all those things, they are getting you there on time. They're making sure that they collect your money so that mom can keep the books, that agent can get their cut because they went and sold it, and the manager is making sure that everything is operating properly, right? That's a structure. Your agent doesn't own your business, and your agent doesn't manage or direct or control mom and homeboy. Why? Because they all work for you. You are the business. You are the CEO, you are the owner, and all those things, right? Now, mom may be in bookkeeping, but mom is not finance, right? Mom is not your accountant. She's not the one that's making sure you're set up properly for your taxes, paying your taxes, operating compliantly financially. It's not mom's job. It's not mom's job. You are a business. You have a financial department. This CPA, your accountant, that's the one who's managing all the operations from your finances, right? We're not just throwing this to anybody. This person needs to be certified. This person needs to be licensed. Your CPA can't just be somebody you thought was cool, who know how to make a little money, right? You want to run your business correctly, because if you're looking at your operations as a corporation, you're putting out job ads, right? You're not just hiring anybody. So you need to be having a list of what do you want these roles to have experience in? What are you looking for these people to actually be skilled at? Because just because they say they know how to run the books, and they say they know how to get deals, and they say they know how to manage money, you got to get them to apply to your company, to your operations. But oftentimes you guys get an agent and then you just say, here you go, agent. Everything is yours. Have at it. That's not how a CEO moves. A CEO structuring their company to where it flows, and you're putting the right people in the right place. Because you're the CEO, ownership should be on your mind all day. You are the owner. You are the leader. You are the visionary, how you want your business to run. Ownership is a mindset, right? And I wouldn't tell anybody to have a mindset of ownership if I don't believe they have something to own. And in this space, in this athletic world, and you just being an athlete who's really good, and now you're being paid and compensated for your skills and your brand and your name, you own a lot. So as the CEO of that, everybody needs to be in place to run your business correctly. So stop signing contracts with agents that aren't in position to run your business properly. Stop just signing over your rights to mom and dad because they're mom and dad. Stop signing contracts with your homeboy and saying you're gonna be my right hand and you're gonna manage my business, and they ain't never managed a business ever in life. Stop just signing off your stuff to a CPA or somebody who's good at numbers and crunching numbers and doing math. That's not conducive if you want your business to actually grow, because those people will cost you, right? It costs money to build your team. So let's look at what it looks like in a boardroom, right? You're sitting at the head of the table. You got all these people here, and they're talking about Athlete X operations, your business. The people at this table should be bringing productive, financial strategies. They should be bringing concepts to the table that elevates you. You're sitting at the head of the table. You're making decisions. They're going out there and they're making it happen. So what do you need to start off and build your team? You need your lawyer. You need your CPA. You need you a agent who's really good at sales and marketing. You need somebody who's good at branding. You need somebody who's good at bookkeeping to make sure that you actually are getting paid, is coming in, is going out properly. And then you need somebody who's a manager, somebody who's good at timekeeping, a calendar, somebody who can book your appointments, make sure you're there on time, make sure you're locked in, right? Those 6 things will set you up great, and things can grow from there. But if you're asking, do you need an agent? I'm going to say it just depends. And depends on what? Depends on what you want your company to represent. Depends on where you see the agent fit. Not, I'm going to sign an agent and they're going to handle every single thing for me. Because most agents, their skill sets are securing deals. Their skill sets are negotiating contracts, right? So just hiring an agent or signing an agent to work for you, but treating them as if you work for them, is not how business works. So in closing, I would tell you guys this right now. It's not, do you need an agent? It's, how are you going to use this agent? Why do you want an agent? Where would this agent fit in your organization chart? Where would this agent fit in your business operation? Because if you're just getting an agent because you think that's what athletes supposed to do, to get an agent, it's gonna cost you more money, more time, and you're gonna go through multiple agents simply because you didn't know why you wanted to hire an agent in the beginning. So to close it, do you need an agent? No. Should you have one? It depends. How you're gonna use it depends on you. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is the business of athletes. If you don't understand how the money moves, you don't understand the game.